Welcome to Innowera's Simplify SAP Create It Now series. In this video, we will demonstrate Process Runner being utilized to auto-generate cost center reports with the SALR report T-code. Here in SAP, we have a sample cost center group H2120, which we will utilize for this demonstration. We want to download the Excel report for this cost center group, as well as the Excel reports for each of these cost centers. For this example, we are going to assume we don't know all of the cost centers for the H2120 cost center group, so we would like to have these numbers looked up automatically so we don't have to key them into an Excel spreadsheet manually. First, we will use the BAPI automation script, BAPI cost center get list 1, to download the cost centers with the cost center group H2120, which has been inputted here in column C in this Excel spreadsheet. The BAPI will cause the cost center numbers from the cost center group to write here in column D in Excel. Here in column E, we have a simple formula in Excel, which will generate an Excel file path and name for each of the cost center numbers, which will write to column D. For the final part of the process, a process runner transaction automation script will execute, which will generate a cost center group report based on the data in row 2, as well as individual cost center reports for each of the cost center numbers, which will write to column D. The reports will be generated in this folder. We will also show how the Scheduler tab in Process Runner could be utilized to fully automate this process. Let's bring up Process Runner and look at the mapping which was done for each of the automation scripts. For our BAPI Cost Center Get List 1, in our Upload to SAP tab, we have our controlling area mapped from cell A2 and our cost center group mapped from cell C2. In our Upload Download from SAP tab, we have our cost center field mapped to column D in our Excel spreadsheet. Now we need to connect this BAPI automation script with our SALR report transaction automation script. From the home ribbon of Process Runner, we will push on Process Connection and click on the folder here to select the SALR report transaction automation file. We will keep the default settings for current Excel/iBook and current sheet, but we are going to deselect current start row value and current end row value because our BAPI automation script is going to begin on row 3, where our cost centers will begin to populate in Excel. We will keep the current logon shortcut information box selected, so we will only be required to log into SAP once and won't need to log into SAP a second time for our second automation script. Since this box is selected, we need to make sure that this Launch SAP GUI box is selected as well, so the SAP GUI will launch for our second automation script, as the Launch SAP GUI is necessary for the SALR report automation script. Let's click Save, and then let's double-click here on our SALR report automation script. This brings us to the home ribbon for the SALR report automation script, where we have the start row set to 2. This is because for our report generation, we want to generate a cost center group report, as well as reports for each of our cost centers. In the Mapper ribbon of Process Runner, we have our controlling area mapped to cell A2, our fiscal year mapped to cell B2, our cost center group mapped to column C, our cost center mapped to column D, and our Excel file path and name mapped to column E. A custom formula here in the cost center group field allows us to send the cost center group field when our automation script executes for row 2, and then only send the cost center numbers from column D for the remaining rows. Let's reopen our parent file for the BAPI Cost Center Get List 1 file and execute it to see our process files in action. Let's hit the Run button, and we can push System to select any system in our SAP landscape, or we can just go with our default system. We will press Log On, and if necessary, enter a username and password, and press OK. First, our BAPI automation script executes, followed by our transaction automation script. Here in Excel, we can see that 5 cost center numbers have written to Excel by our BAPI automation script. Column H shows that reports for the cost center group, as well as each of the cost centers, has been generated. Let's verify this by going to our Cost Center Reports folder. Here we can see each of the Excel files for each of the reports. Let's open the Cost Center Group report. And one of the Cost Center reports. We walked through this report generation process where we pressed the Run button in Process Runner and manually logged into SAP. However, this process could be fully automated by going to the Scheduler tab of Process Runner, clicking Schedule, and selecting a logon shortcut, and then selecting from the appropriate values in the Schedule and Settings tabs. This has been an overview of how Process Runner can be utilized to auto-generate cost center reports with the SALR report transaction code. Want to learn more about simplifying SAP with Innowera technologies? Visit us at innowera.com. Thank you for watching.